Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the live stream today. I will say the market is looking pretty good this morning. I know that sounds a little bit strange to say as SPY is down around, recent lows, but I will say the SPY has been holding up very well down here, right around 390. We have seen some fairly positive movement this morning. George says AMD and Nvidia is popping. Looking at those, they were definitely moving up there for a little while. I bet they might go a little bit more green as the day goes on too. Looking at my watch list though, we have Snapchat, Neo, Twitter, ChargePoint, Chewy leading the way today. Looks like we have some more growth stocks kind of pointing back to the upside, which is a great sign. So it's good to see ChargePoint moving back up to around that high of yesterday. Definitely watch ChargePoint, guys. If it breaks 15.25, I think this could be a pretty good day trade to the upside. So if you guys are looking for something, look at ChargePoint. I think that could be a good one there. Let's go see Snap. Snap is looking pretty good. It's not looking quite as good as ChargePoint, in my opinion. We have Twitter and Neo also moving, though I know Neo had earnings, so that's going to be a tough one to play. But Twitter might be one that's actually maybe possible today. Looking at that daily chart, second green day in a row coming in after a pretty big recent drop. I mean, it might not be a bad play up here on good old Twitter. So I'll definitely be eyeing this one up. It's in a crazy setup right here. Honestly, the setup's really insane with all of Elon's comments and stuff like that regarding Twitter this year. I know that's been really throwing a wrench into poor Twitter stock, but yeah, it's pretty insane. Nonetheless, though, having a lot of momentum here today. Looking at other stocks on my watch list, looks like Rivian is also climbing up there. Roblox, Peloton. Let's see, Moderna is kind of moving up. That's pretty big too. mRNA, I know these vaccine stocks have been getting pretty low here. And looking at Moderna, it's definitely no stranger of starting to move a lot lower to the downside. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining up today. George, Mike, of course, Jamie, Sean, Sal, Keisha, Vicky, Purdy. Thank you guys so much for being here. Let me know what stocks you guys are watching. I will say though, guys, I finally figured out what my sickness was, and unfortunately it is the it is the COVID. So I got the virus, I guess we could say. But it's a little bit scary, I guess, knowing you got it. I'm sure I've already had some other variant of it and didn't even know, but this one is kind of getting me here. So excuse me if I have to stop every couple minutes or so. I have a pretty bad cough going. I know it might not sound like it, but believe me, believe me, I do. So, but yeah, looking at Moderna, guys, I mean, we're getting really close to a big support down there. I know Pfizer's another one of those stocks that last week had a lot of upwards momentum. Now it's kind of coming back down. Excuse me, guys, hang on. Sorry about that, guys. I knew it was going to come sooner rather than later, I guess. But thank you for putting up with that today, guys. But let me see my watch list again really quick. Let's see what else has been running back up. We actually have BBBY kind of moving back up, which is pretty big. Then we have ChargePoint, Snapchat, Twitter, Neo. All those stocks are moving. Let's go look at the good old ChargePoint, though. That's one of my favorites lately. ChargePoint has been on fire, and we just broke above 15.25, which I talked about a minute ago, guys. I hope you guys watched that one. It was a very nice break to the upside there. Really glad to see that, actually. Good move out of ChargePoint like that. Let's see here. ChargePoint got up to 15.50. There we go. Oh yeah, BBBY. Forgot about them coming back. They had that terrible news yesterday with their CFO. That news with the CFO was terrible. I mean, I can't believe that poor guy committed suicide. I can't believe that happened. You know, He jumped out of a Manhattan skyscraper, I think, I think he was 14 stories high or something. That's scary, guys. But business is a tough world, I know, and it's a crazy thing. Sometimes that stuff goes on, but yeah, it affected BBBY's stock, and now it's kind of coming back up a little bit. But what kind of scary news? I mean, that's just something you never hear of, and you know, I feel for that man's family. Hey, Elias says, get better soon, Tom. I'm watching oil stocks. All right, cool. Let's go check those out. I'm kind of interested in oil stocks, but hey, thanks for saying to get better. And thanks, guys. Thanks, Mike, Purdy, and Keisha. Appreciate it. Mike says, how bad are your symptoms? You know, what's weird is that I feel like they started off terrible, got a little bit better, and now they're getting like worse again. It's very weird, but yeah, I initially had bad fevers and stuff. Now I have like terrible cough, and like last night I only got 2 hours of sleep somehow. I just could not go to bed. Just kind of I don't know. It's definitely pretty bad symptoms, but it's not the worst though, Mike. It could definitely be worse. So, I guess that's good. Purdy says, I'm looking at TQQQ. I'm playing the 25 put for 916. May have to close if it keeps ripping. TQQQ playing the 25 put 916. Yeah, you know, this might be a tough one here. Yeah, look at that. Right down into support. Oh, this could easily start just flying back up with the market today. So we just have to be careful, see what happens with the market. I feel like the market is just due for some green. So be on the lookout, guys. We're at a big support on the SPY, right around 390. So that's pretty big. Sorry about that. Keisha says, thank you for being in the stream with COVID. Hey, no problem, Keisha. I'll be here. Don't worry. Don't worry, don't worry. Mike says, I think Tom deserves a big shout out and a thumbs up. Hey guys, don't forget to like the stream. I definitely appreciate it. If you want to do it for the reason Mike says, that's helpful. But really, I just appreciate you guys being here. Thanks for all the support as always. It's always nice to have some people in your corner, I guess you could say. George says Enphase is going to be back above $300. Let's see, Enphase. Yeah, it is actually. Just broke above it. There we go, George. That's pretty big. Thank you for the nice comments as well, and good morning, Tangy man. Iranical says I entered pre-market on Neo and it's printing. Nice. You got into a pre-market position on Neo. That's pretty big, Iranical. Were you buying some shares here this morning? Nice. That's pretty cool. Ran all the way up to 18. Had a nice at least 1 point pop for you. At least, you probably got like $1.40 out of that. Nice play though, Iranical. Nice to see that you grabbed some shares there. That's cool. And you grabbed them nice and low. Nice. Wow, look at that big green candle coming back in though today. Crazy with these earnings. Keisha says gives Tom some W's today. That's awesome, Keisha. We're always giving you the W's, it sounds like. We appreciate it though. Xbox says, hey, good morning, guys. Let's see a green day in the market and let's go LUNC. Continue that run. LUNC. I forget about that one. Everyone's talking about that now. That's the new AMC. LUNC. I kind of think it's in an interesting setup on the daily. It's really kind of a crazy stock, or a crazy coin, I guess you could say. Terra Classic. It's just such a weird coin, and it moves in such a crazy way. Like, let's see what it's up 7.38% now, and some of these days have been insane over the past few weeks. Wheat has had a nice pop that I've been waiting for. Oh yeah, I remember you talking about wheat last week, Keisha. Wow, look at that breakout there. Nice call. Yeah, I remember talking about that last week. Now it's time for more W's for you. That's pretty big though, Keisha. Seriously, wheat. That's cool to see it up like this. I think Cornish might have been watching something like this too. That's cool though. Good play, Keisha. Good call. I remember looking at this one. Really nice. What a nice break. I like that setup here. I wish I would have entered a little bit lower. Dang, look at SPY here today, guys. 392.50 running back to the upside. There we go. Look at these stocks here on the watch list. We have some nice green coming in. Ooh, crude oil's down. Oxy oil stocks are down. UUU's down. Where's CCJ on this list? Is it up today? I hope. Where is CCJ? Huh. It must be up here in the green somewhere. Might have to search for it. Wow, yeah, CCJ's green today. Interesting. Everything else fell down and open. And didn't recover up this good, so that's pretty big. CCJ is still outperforming, guys. I know Mike's been talking about CCJ a lot, and I have that little UUU position on this account, so pretty crazy there. Let's see what the UUU. Oh, it's now negative. It's all right. We're gonna need a big pop out of these uranium plays. We're negative 16 bucks on it now. Let's go look at Google again. There we go. Popping back up. Popping back up. Keisha, you still holding the Google? I know Keisha was playing some Google calls the end of last week. I actually was too. George says Enphase is seriously looking at that all-time high. Is it? Let's see. Enphase. Oh, I didn't mean to go on demand. Dang it. I hate when I accidentally click that button. You guys ever accidentally do that too on Thinkorswim? You click the on-demand thing. Then it starts like giving you the market from yesterday. You're right. Look at that thing. All the way up around the high. I think it just broke. I think it just broke. It just broke, I think. Yes, it did. There we go. Enphase is going. Wow. That is awesome. Let's go, guys. Run shooting up too, he's saying. Let's see. RUN and Enphase. Run, Enphase, ChargePoint, FSLR. I mean, you name it. The clean energy is on fire. Let's go. This is awesome. Enphase. That is amazing. Come on, let's go, Enphase. Let's get up there. Let's break 310. Let's have a nice breakout here to the upside. Let's get some nice momentum. This is huge here. Come on. Let's break. Elias says bull trap. Oh, I don't know, Elias. This is a huge support on the SPY. I mean, I would think in the short term we could see some more green come in. It's probably an intraday trap, but I feel like that if as long as we hold like 390 for the next couple days, I feel like there's a pretty good shot that we could still kind of like pop back up, I guess you could say. Yeah, I still think there's a pretty good shot to start coming back to the upside in a good way. Especially with all these tech stocks starting to move. That's the big thing. Like we have Apple pointing up, Microsoft up, Nvidia up, AMD up. I mean, a lot of stocks are starting to point back to the upside here, which is going to really help move the overall market back. So I think it's easily possible that we could start to pop up at least a little bit. At least a little bit. Keisha says, I still can't believe UPST has been consolidating the way it has. Target is also in a nice setup. Let's see, UPST and Target. UPST consolidating. Let's go look at that on the daily. Ooh. Yeah, Keisha. This one kind of reminds me of like Zoom right now. Like you go look at Zoom. It's also like down here around lows. Same thing with Meta. Down around lows. It's like, it's too bad for some of these companies. I will say, guys, I'm pretty I think I'm starting to become pretty bullish on Meta here. With all the metaverse stuff coming out for the longer term. Maybe not necessarily like at the moment. I mean, I would definitely average in if you guys want to make sure you don't miss the metaverse, but keep in mind we're still a while out. There is an event though coming up. We talked about this in last night's video, October 11th. They're going to be unveiling new headsets, so that's going to be a pretty big deal, I think, whenever Zucky Boy starts talking about these headsets. These VR headsets, guys, are starting to get pretty advanced, and the cool thing about Facebook is read this here at the bottom, okay? Read this at the bottom. The company believes that this technology will eventually be used in a pair of lightweight glasses that can replace a user's smartphone. They're talking about wearing glasses that will replace your phone, that I guess you control with your eyes. I don't know how it's gonna work. That there must be some crazy like eye retina tracking or something in there. But wow, I mean that sounds like an insane statement. For anybody, like, just imagine that right now. You put on your glasses, and your glasses is how you text. Your glasses is how you call. You play games on your glasses. When you go to like a baseball game, for example, your glasses might like show you like stats up on the field, or like if you go to the football game, it'll show you like on TV how there's like the first down lines and all that, and they're like drawn in bright yellow and stuff across the field. I bet that'll look like that on the field with these glasses. You know, like there's all types of stuff that can go on with these glasses, like military capabilities. Imagine these glasses, like it might draw like a little red box around a person that might be like 300 yards away in the bushes. You know, like it's kind of insane, and they're already kind of getting to some of that stuff. It's obviously not it's obviously not to the point of having lightweight glasses, you know. Obviously we're pretty far from that. But as far as the heavy headsets go, like they already have a lot of this stuff going, and even the military has already started to use some of these headsets, which is pretty insane. You're like, look at this. Military VR headset. Wait till you see this. This is insane. Right here. Like, look at this, guys. It's already started. U.S. Army to use HoloLens technology in high-tech headsets for soldiers. And, like, look at the headset. See how it has all those sensors and stuff there? That's kind of like what they're talking about doing in a smaller scale, obviously. But it's really, really cool. Cornish, I think you had the coolest thing to say about that. Cornish says, glasses would be badass. I'd have Thinkorswim on all market hours. Yeah. That's awesome, Sean. I didn't even think about that. Imagine that. You could have like in your peripheral vision like Apple all day long if you wanted or anything. Sean's like, I could be watching this live in a bank meeting. Exactly. It'd be insane. It would be insane. I can't wait to see what this stuff holds, but I thought that was pretty big statements by Meta, and I will say the metaverse, guys, is probably going to be a pretty big place. I've already seen how even just like Minecraft can, turn into a money machine, so like some of these Minecraft servers, guys, are insane. Some of them even cost money to go in. I'm not even just saying just Minecraft. Like, go look at like they have Grand Theft Auto role playing servers where like people play it like they're real life, police officers, or like they're like an actual farmer, and a bunch of crazy stuff. But imagine that. Imagine working in the metaverse, farming something, and then getting paid in real life for it. Sounds pretty insane, but I think that's gonna be the future eventually, and you can already see that kind of with like Roblox and all that. Kind of like RuneScape. Anybody out there play RuneScape ever? That used to be my my game back in the day. Good old RuneScape. I actually can't even play it anymore. George says, damn, tremendous bull trap on the chip stocks at open indeed. AMD, Nvidia. Yeah, you're right. Big bull trap there. Definitely a bull trap on those. Damn. John says, you think SPY will tank right now? I mean, let's see. I don't know. Tesla's having a good day. That's a positive. Tesla's having a good day. There's a lot of stocks running up today. What about banks? This is a tough one. SPY is in a very tough spot today. Oh, Keisha says you forgot to look at the setup on Target. Yeah, I did. You're right. I went straight to UPST. Ooh, it does look like it's kind of ready to fill that gap, doesn't it, Keisha? Dang, you're right. I'll be watching this one. I kind of like that, Keisha. That might be a pretty good play. We actually filled that gap to the downside. Look at that. We filled that gap down to 140 right there. That's interesting, Keisha. We filled that little gap even. It's pretty weird, guys, how these gaps they usually end up playing out. It's kind of weird. Obviously not all the time. Like, look at this gap down there. That one never got filled, but a lot of these gaps usually end up getting filled up. I will say I like the setup though, Keisha. Nice stock. Thanks for calling it out. Hopefully some people like it today, because even today it has a lot of momentum. Just in general. But as far as SPY tanking right now, John, I don't think it will necessarily just start tanking back down here today. I feel like this is a pretty big support that we've been holding, and it could easily fall back down below it, but I have a weird feeling we might hold up or go like a little bit green today. That might sound a little bit silly with all the selling pressure lately, but that's kind of my thoughts today. I've been kind of waiting for, the SPY to hold somewhere, because we've just been flying lower and lower and lower, it feels like, week after week. So maybe this week we'll finally have a little bit of consolidation, and we're already on to Wednesday now. It's already Wednesday today, only today, and then 2 more days left in the market. It's weird when you get these short weeks like this. Oh, this is funny. George says, I tried RuneScape. I even applied for a job at the studio, did an art test for them back when I was first trying to get in the video game industry. Yeah, I didn't make it in though. Yeah. Yeah, I know. RuneScape's pretty hard, I will say. I will say with their graphics though, um I feel like RuneScape art is probably pretty easy, George, wouldn't you say, compared to, you know, compared to probably like, something using Unreal Engine or something. I have no idea, but I have RuneScape. I always, I've always played it since like 2007. RuneScape had like terrible graphics, the game looked kind of bad. It had like that good like old-timey feel to it, which was awesome. It was like a masterpiece of a game. Just because of how old it felt. It was such a unique game in its own right. Like it wasn't like any other game out there with how long you have to train and how long everything takes and all that. Man, to master one skill on that game, and there's like 30 skills, it takes like 350 hours minimum to get to the highest level on just one skill. George says, yeah, it's more of a stylized art style as far as I remember. My style is more realistic. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like I've seen some of your work, George. It's pretty good. Honestly, it puts RuneScape to shame, but you know, RuneScape is RuneScape. It has that mystical feel to it. Like you said, stylized art style. It's like an old feel, nostalgic. Just can't beat it. I really like that video you sent me a while ago, George, with you were working on some Star Wars stuff, I think. That was pretty cool. You were on like a droid ship or something. That was really cool. You kind of inspired me for a day there. Yeah, let me know what stocks you guys are seeing moving here today. We'll check them out. Let's see what has the momentum here. It looks like crude oil has the momentum to the downside. Damn, Kraft is down for me. That sucks. Thanks a lot, Kraft. Dang, Kraft, you had to do that. Where's DraftKings at on here? There it is. 0.48% needs to go up a lot more. There's SPY though coming back down like John asked. SPY is tanking back down. 391.23. It's not tanking, but it's having a solid move. I still feel like that there's a chance it could go green today easily with where we are, so don't think that we're necessarily going to just start flying down to lows or anything, but definitely keep it on the radar. If SPY, I have SPY today, if it goes below 388.40 down here, then I think you can look at some pretty big moves to the downside here if we break that. Keisha says DLTR is moving pretty good. I played the bounce. Dollar Tree. Nice. It is having a nice bounce. Dollar Tree usually does pretty good with inflation. I'm kind of upset to see that it tanked down. All right. All right, guys. Something's going on here with this. Now, I saw this the other day on Dollar Tree, Keisha, and it made me kind of think like it looked just like the same setup. Look at this. The way Dollar Tree fell back in May and the way that it just fell, it looks identical. And they both are pointing back up. Both pointing back up after having two consolidation days, big green candle coming back. If we gap up on Dollar Tree tomorrow and fill the gap all the way back up, I am going to go insane if we fill that gap back up tomorrow. Because these two setups right here are spitting images of each other. It is so weird to see that. What a weird, like, drop and recovery. What a weird drop. Are we going to recover, though? That's the question. That is the question. What a weird setup. It is very tempting to try it. I'll say that. My issue with it is we're either going to gap up all the way back, or we're probably going to gap down all the way down. So it's like, damn, you know, I feel like it's going to have one big move or the other, but like that is just such a insane move. I mean, it almost looks like generated or something. Like the algos generated this move, and they're going to do it again. Has this ever happened before with this? Kinda, I mean, not the same. Very strange movement, though. Tangy Man says UEC looks like it might retrace $4. UEC. Let's see. I haven't heard of this one. Uranium Energy Corp. I actually haven't looked into this one too much. Says it could retrace $4. Yeah, I could see that. That's like the low of day today. I could see it starting to move back down. It looks pretty bearish. It's breaking down below 410. Yeah, I could see this one falling off more for sure. Tangy. Thanks for the comment. UEC. Forgot about that one. Let's see what else we have here. Enphase still leading the way. Enphase and ChargePoint, those have been the two all morning. Enphase and ChargePoint. Wow, Enphase went again. There we go, breaking 310, guys. It's happening now. There we go. There we go. Big breakout, though. We'll take it. We will take it any day of the week. Be right back, guys. Give me 1 minute here. Gotta go blow my nose real quick. I'll be right back. Alrighty, guys, I am back. Sorry about that, but yeah, while I was gone, Enphase just continued to stay up here right around that high. Didn't really continue breaking out too much like people were kind of hoping for, but it could still maybe happen over the next couple hours or so. But nonetheless, though, it's Right now, it's just kind of sitting here. Hopefully, it gets that green momentum coming back in. Looking at the watch list, though, I noticed X is kind of one that we haven't talked about in a long time, and I'm also seeing some of these airlines up here today. So pretty big. CCL, RCL, those stocks are falling back down. We have AAL also falling back. DAL, airlines and cruise lines they're green, but you know the way they're pulling back is not the best. QQQ. Oh, it's falling back down. Let's see, Tesla. Tessie. Ooh, Tessie's falling back down too, guys. Not good. Not good, not good. That is not what you want with Tessie. George says, yeah, Tesla had a 280 resistance. Yeah, it did. That was a big level there for it. Let's actually mark it up there, George. Yeah, that is a big resistance there. Damn. Maybe it'll pull back down to like that 276 support. That might end up being pretty good. Sorry guys, this COVID is like catching up this morning now. Oh, it's like it all hit at once this morning. Like just now. But yeah, sorry about that. I don't mean to keep pausing, guys. I keep having to like clear my throat and stuff. But yeah, I appreciate everybody joining up today though. Seriously, it's been a pretty good day minus the COVID. Minus the COVID, I've had a good time. If that says anything. So yeah, I appreciate everybody joining up as always. Oh, we even got to talk about RuneScape today. We even got to talk about RuneScape. It was a lucky day. UAL, Neo, Blink, Rocket Lab, Love, Win. Let's go get on CNBC and see what they have for us on there today. Whoa. Oh. Dang it, they lowered their outlooks for 2024 at EA, guys. Electronic Arts. Definitely not good. This is a pro article, guys. I will say these pro articles are kind of cool on CNBC. They have some really good articles on here. All these premium ones. I will say I didn't think I would enjoy the pro, I guess, subscription, but I do like it. SEDG, Solar Edge. I forget about that. SEDG. Let's see that one. Wow, not bad. Just like all the other clean energy plays today, but I really like it. Popping up pretty big. It's up 4.2%. .2%. Solar Edge. I've heard about this company quite a bit. Over the past, I should say, quite a bit over the past like couple months. Not really like over the past few years, but Purdy says TQQQ plays turning around diamond hands, baby. TQQQ. Let's see it. I know you were still in that. Let's see. Nice, yeah. Hopefully that plays out well for you, Purdy. That's awesome. Yeah, Purdy. Purdy says, have you seen the new open world Harry Potter game that's coming out in January? Looks dope. Yeah. Purdy, I will say I have also been looking at that game a lot as well. My favorite game recently has been Escape from Tarkov. And then I also play a lot of NHL on the PlayStation. I do like that as well. But that's all I play is just Tarkov and NHL. Maybe I play some Major League Baseball sometimes too on the PlayStation. But honestly, this past couple years, haven't really gotten to play it too much. But Tarkov has been something I've been kind of liking a lot lately. Purdy, but yeah, I appreciate the nice comments though, guys. Seriously, thank you. Keisha, Mike, Tangy, appreciate you guys. But yeah, I love that that new Harry Potter game. Looks pretty cool. That looks really cool. I forgot the name of it. Here, let's look it up. George says, yeah, I read you can't play Quidditch though. Hey, George, it's one update away. One update away. Xbox goes, PlayStation. Oh, that's funny, Xbox. The funny thing is growing up, I used to be all about the Xbox. And then I switched. Oh, here it is. Hogwarts Legacy. That's what it is. Here, let's see a trailer for it.
The more we know about Salazar Slytherin and the dark arts, the better prepared we'll be.
If either of you uses dark magic, I will notify the headmaster immediately.
Dark arts seem harmless until it's too late.
Wow,
None of us will be able to avoid dark magic.
I don't know about you guys, but in the early 2000s, I used to play some of these Harry Potter games on like the GameCube and stuff. Like whenever I was a kid, I used to love those games. Like love them, love them. Those games were so good. You'd be like sneaking around at night, have to try not to get caught by people, and it's fun. If you guys want to play, if Purdy, if you want to play something Harry Potter right now, go check out Gary's mod and look up the Harry Potter stuff. That's pretty funny. Purdy says, I've seen people play Tarkov and looks really fun, but I haven't played yet. I'm playing my MLB 22 The Show career at the moment. Yeah, exactly. Me too, Purdy. I love MLB. This year I haven't gotten into it as much. Every other year though, Purdy, I've like gotten the Diamond Dynasty stuff, and you know how on Diamond Dynasty some of these players are expensive. Like Purdy, last year, I'm not kidding you, I spent like $700 on my freaking baseball team on that game. No joke. No joke. I just kept dropping it. MLB is something else. I love that game. MLB and NHL, that's the only reason I have a console. Xbox says, how dare you, Tom? You're so cruel. I know that they used to not have the Major League Baseball game on the Xbox, though. It was upsetting. I was always like, man, I want to play the baseball game, but I had to buy a PlayStation to play it. So I finally did it. Finally did it. Yeah, they need to make some Quidditch, though, George. Maybe that's something you could design some stuff for them, you know? That'd be sick. That'd be cool. I could see them doing that. They just need to have like a big update on the game and just add in like a little Quidditch area. Yeah, Tarkov's cool. Tarkov is very unforgiving, though, I will say. But getting back to stocks here, poor Palantir still kind of falling back down here today. DraftKings fell down and is kind of consolidating right at like 1570. Looks like a pretty good intraday support here at 1570. That'll be a pretty good area to watch there. Hey Purdy, on MLB, what do you said you're on your career. What's your position on there? On MLB 22, I actually did a pitcher, which I usually never do that. But on this year, I just did pitcher. Usually, I always do a batter, though. Or at least a two-way player, but this year, I just did the pitcher. Man, I love that game. I used to actually stream it on Twitch, Purdy. MLB The Show. If you're interested, go check out Head of Fed on Twitch. Sometimes I stream Tarkov and stuff too. Very rarely, though. But I do it. Head of Fed. LLY. I keep looking at Eli Lilly and they just never move. What about I know like Walmart and Costco. Wow. Look at retailers today. Walmart, Costco, Target. There we go. Those things are on fire. Like Walmart is really on fire. Costco is looking good. See a daily chart of Costco. Ooh. Still pretty close to highs. Ha. Mike says, wait till MLB comes out with a game for the Meta VR glasses. Yeah, I know, right, Mike? That would be insane. Have you seen that new Win Reality thing, Mike? That thing's insane. It's supposed to like mimic it's supposed to mimic it's supposed to mimic like real life pitching, which is cool. Friggin' you'll see like Verlander or something throwing you like his sliders. It's pretty insane. Purdy says you can always count on me to derail the chat. Hey, anytime, Purdy. Anytime. No problem. George says run, looking to break 35 though. It's definitely trying there. It's trying, George. Let's see that daily. Oh my god, that daily chart of run looks pretty dang bullish here. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I like that. I will say, guys, clean energy has seriously been outperforming. I guess ever since that Inflation Reduction Act was passed that gave them all that funding, it's just been insane for these clean energy plays. whether it's Enphase, whether it's FSLR, even like Rivian. I mean, I don't want to say Rivian is like FSLR or Enphase, but you know, it's been solid. Really solid. Hey, awesome, Purdy. Appreciate that. Always appreciate that. George says, damn, Lucid's dripping below $14. Lucid. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Dang, Lucid. You're right. That's a pretty bad looking chart. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, that is a terrible looking chart. And you're right, it's dipping right below 14. Running back down towards that recent low. Oh, that is brutal on Lucid, guys. That is brutal. Wow. Lucid. Rivian looks a little bit better, at least. Dang. I have a funny story. So, whenever I was buying my Mustang last year, sometime in like November. Yeah, sometime in November. This was pretty bad, guys. So, whenever I was buying my Mustang, I had to have a person bring me from the dealership to home, I guess, because I sold a car too, you know, and of course you know how that stuff goes with the cars. But so I had to get driven home from the dealership and I had to take an Uber. And my Uber driver, he told me how he owned a lot of the Neo. And it was bad, guys. This guy owned Neo like at the top. At the top. And he was my Uber driver. And I felt bad. I kept trying to, you know, talk him out of it and stuff. And he's like, no, man, this thing, you know, it's going to explode and all this. And man, I've watched the price like half since then. And then even like worse, you know, from his high. So it's like, dang, like I just can't even believe some of these crazy moves. And I can't believe how high some people got stuck in at. It's pretty unfortunate. Of course, I'm into a lot of growth stocks as well. Not quite as high though as a lot of people. Like DraftKings, my average price is like 26, I think. Like 26 right now. Yeah. Something right around 26. Just gotta pick up some more shares, you know. I really like DraftKings because of the legalization stuff. I feel like whenever they start to legalize more states for sports betting, we'll start to see DraftKings move a lot better. Mike Chang says, I'm going to check it out. My kids are asking for the Oculus for Christmas. That's awesome, Mike. But yeah, check out that Win Reality thing. It's expensive. Keep that in mind, but they say for training baseball, it's awesome. Something like attaches to your bat and like you swing and you face like real pitchers and stuff. It's supposed to really help. Seems like a good idea anyways. Like, I'll tell you what, if I had that at home as a kid, I'd be jumping up and down with joy. I might have went to the major leagues if I could have practiced that much. My kids though are asking for the Oculus for Christmas, he's saying. You might want to hold off, Mike. you might want to hold off on the Oculus because they're coming out with new ones here, like we talked about. Zucky Boy is going to be announcing some new ones, it looks like, on October 11th. And they have a lot of new technology that they're coming out with too. So, look at this. They're saying it'll likely cost $800 or more. And it will be significantly more expensive and more capable than the currently best-selling headset. So, might want to wait a little bit, Mike. Oh, I know. Although I will say, I know how it is with kids. I remember when I was a kid, you know, if I saw that headset and I wanted it, I would have I wouldn't want to wait for the good one. Nobody does, right? Should be pretty cool though. They're talking about it being pretty advanced over the new one. I know right now the big thing, like they're saying here, the graphics. Like they're stuck where the graphic capabilities, they're kind of stuck only offering, you know, like low resolution gaming. So like whenever you put these headsets on, it's like you're stepping into like a 720p world or something. You're not stepping into like a 4K world. We're still pretty far off from something like 4K going on, but still cool. You might be able to get 4K, but yeah, I appreciate you guys joining up today. Seriously, thanks for sticking with me, and thanks for all the nice comments today. It really does help, and I appreciate you guys. Seriously, I really do. But yeah, I appreciate you all. Hopefully we can have a pretty good rest of the day here in the stock market. I know it's been a pretty whack morning so far. SPY's been up and down, up and down. Now it's kind of pointing back to the upside. Like I said at the beginning, I feel like today will end up being more of a green day, or this week will end up being more of a green week than a lot. So, or then it will be red. I know a lot of people are still thinking we're going to blast below 390. And I think it's possible. I just feel like we're going to have a couple days of green before that happens. But yeah, Purdy says leave a like. Yeah, don't forget to like the stream this morning, guys. That definitely helps out a lot. So appreciate that, of course. And as always, just I appreciate everybody joining up and commenting as you guys always do. So thank you, Purdy, Mike, George, Xbox, Keisha, Tangyman, John, Elias, of course, Iranical, Kenya, Sal, Jamie, Vicky. I appreciate everybody. Seriously. Sean Cornish, thank you guys so much for being here. Really makes my morning. Purdy says, you're one of the only people on YouTube I can find that provide good analysis and engage with the chat with cheers. Hey, there we go, Purdy. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Glad to see you guys enjoy the streams too. You know, I know a lot of people just, you know, go straight into stocks and stuff. I try to help out as much as I can. So appreciate all the questions and appreciate all the interactions, guys, today. So yeah, have a great rest of your day and let's keep killing it, guys. Let's get some more W's. I know Keisha had some good trades today. So, you know, let's try to kill it the rest of this week. After today, there's only 2 more days left. It is kind of a shorter week here. It's a bit of a different look here, obviously, with Labor Day on Monday. So, yeah, have a great rest of your day, guys.